Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get episodes out recently. I've been doing stuff with schedules, as well as some of the projects I've been working on have been taking longer than I've expected. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on some of these projects. One in particular, I have been working on some walkers again. It's been forever since I've done walkers, and with pistons, a lot of people have been wanting me to use pistons instead of bearings for some of the things I've been using. And walkers is one of those things where pistons excels really well. Now, I started with the four-legged, then I went over to a two-legged with a support frame and then the two legs. Unfortunately, this doesn't work perfectly. It kind of scuttles along, but it's not really very effective. But these two quadrupeds are beautiful when they walk. They lag a bit when they're not active, but as soon as they start walking, the frame rate starts to balance out. I forget which one this is. This is... which one are you? You're the rabbit. This is the rabbit. He doesn't hop very far, but I'm really happy because he kind of like bunny hops along. I think it'd be a little bit better if he could get some more distance with his hop. But it was something I made by a happy accident, trying to set up the walking sequence for that one, and then I made it hop by accident. I enjoyed it, so I kept it. So this is the rabbit walker. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to make a somewhat realistic and smooth four-legged walking animation, which this one does alright. The front legs are a bit off for my personal taste, but it walks just fine at the end of the day. Oh, and the frame rate. The frame rate is starting to die, so I'm actually going to get rid of the rabbit walker for the sake of frame rate. Right now I'm at freaking 9-11 frames. There we go. So here he is, just bounding along. Like I said, the front legs aren't perfectly timed, but they're timed well enough that everything works fine. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't really actually look at these legs as a whole, because up here where the bearings are, there's a bearing here, 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 and here. The other bearings that are in the leg are all for the piston motion and stuff. But if we go up here, yellow is the actual body of the mech. So if we actually just paint that, yellow is the body of the mech. And then we go to green. Green is kind of your calf, I guess you could say. Yellow is kind of like the hip. Green is the calf. And then, trying to think anatomy. I don't even fucking know the parts of the leg. Anyway, so you got your hip, your knee is down here. And what you'd have is your ankle coming around this area. You have your ankle down here. And this kind of acts as a foot with a joint in it, kind of like how your toes would bend as you walk. This has one big toe that bends as you walk. So as this strolls along, you have those different sections. I did get that green wrong. That's actually supposed to be blue there. Right there on that kneecap part. That was my mistake. But you kind of get the gist. And he's not having a fun time with that hill. And he's on his back. Oh well, we're actually going to get rid of him, because now we're going to walk over to the bipeds I've been working on. There they are. Now this was the rig. This is pretty much the quadruped stroller one that I made. And I cut the back off so I can have the back two legs, because I liked their timing a bit better than I did the front ones. And this works. once it starts to get into its stride, it'll actually start getting at a somewhat respectable speed. But the framework that it's on gives very little flexibility to the actual legs, which does cause it to clank and cause a few issues here and there. And then trying to put it on a biped without a frame, I did unfortunately not get it to work properly. Trying to put a tail on it to balance it a little bit easier. I thought about doing like a gyroscope and all that, and I thought it was just way too complicated, and decided that bipeds are cool, but quadrupeds are more effective, and I'll probably stick with the quadruped design. Now this does move forward technically, but it's at such a small interval each step, it's not really worth it. It looks pretty cool. The leg animation is really nice, but effectively it's not that good. And that guy's kind of just going on his own. He's just enjoying himself. So those are the walkers and the legs I've been working on. The quadrupeds I might do something with because I really enjoy their walking animation. But these bipeds really aren't effective enough for my tastes. Look nice, but don't serve a purpose. So if we actually go back, here he is. Stroller Walker 2. Stroller Walker 1 was pretty much the same thing, just a slight difference in animation. This one was more effective, so it's the one I like. So yeah, this has been what I've been working on in Scrap Mechanic recently. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get some videos out on these, but they're really unfinished. As you can tell, this one still doesn't even have his wedges painted. Oh, I love that kind of hop he has to his step. He's gonna hit this tree here, unfortunately. I've thought about like what I'm gonna do for the end of this episode. What I'm gonna do for the end of this episode is I'm going to throw a seat on this and time lapse it. That's what I'm gonna do. Just see him bound around. I don't have any steering or anything, so I might have to reset him every once in a while during the time lapse, just in case he runs into anything. But I am gonna end the episode out here. So if you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, please leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe, it helps a lot. And right now, the best thing that helps out the channel is shares. Anything you want to do, either this episode or your favorite episode for the channel, please share that. That helps out the most. So until next time, thanks for stopping by, thanks for sticking around. Until next time, peace.